Hello and welcome to Glasgow Caledonian University and to our Master's Programme in Human Rights. My name is Angela O'Hagan and I am delighted to be the Programme Leader for this exciting and timely new programme. And over the course of this short video, I'm going to introduce you to the structure of the programme and why we think it's a really good idea for you to choose to study human rights in practice at Glasgow Caledonian University. At Glasgow Caledonian, our social sciences teaching and research is ranked at number 11 out of 92 universities in the UK. In the Times Higher Education University Impact Ranking, our research on gender was ranked at 12th in the world and 20th in the world on reducing inequalities, reflecting our commitment to the Sustainable Development Goals. Our new Masters in Human Rights takes these strengths and channels them into a programme for activists, policy analysts and advocates with a passion for advancing human rights globally and locally. Our programme draws on our research strengths on poverty and inequality, equalities analysis of public policy, and focus on human rights in practice. From housing to social care, from the right to development to the rights of disabled people, the rights of children, and the rights of women, we take an applied approach to realising rights in practice. Our MSc in Human Rights is the programme for you if you're looking to build your knowledge on transformative social science, global justice, social movements, public policy making and influencing, and realising rights in practice. I'm a reader in Equalities and Public Policy in the Social Sciences Department, and I have taught in our previous Masters on Citizenship and Human Rights, as well as our sister programmes on Climate Justice and Economic and Social Justice. My research and activism involves me in the equality and human rights analysis of public policy, economic policy through gender and equalities budget analysis and human rights budgeting in Scotland and internationally. This programme draws on all our research and teaching strengths across the Social Sciences Department and will approach your learning on human rights in practice from a multidisciplinary perspective with a highly esteemed team to support you. From sociology, Professors John McKendrick and Stephen Sinclair lead modules on transformative social science and tackling poverty, with colleagues Professor Una Walsh from history, Dr. Ruth Lightbody and Dr. Xander Kirk and myself from politics, and Dr. Katie Proctor from criminology. This module on transformative social science offers a broad grounding in theoretical and conceptual ideas on social structures and the implications for the realisation of rights and the contemporary and historical development behind them. In realising human rights in practice, along with colleagues from our law department, we take a practical approach to the implementation of the international human rights instruments as levers to progress the realisation of rights in democratic decision-making, institutional structures and processes, and everyday settings, from education to care homes, freedom of speech to hate crimes. Social movements and activism for change reflects the dynamic character of this course, focusing on the political process to advance the realisation of rights, and the social movements from feminism to Black Lives Matter and climate strikes that aim to galvanise public imagination and political change for social, gender, racial and environmental justice. Our Politics and Practice of Global Justice module, led by Xander Kirk and Katie Proctor, takes a broad sweep across theories of justice and focuses in on current injustices from forced migration due to climate change, human trafficking, violence against women and girls, and perspectives on criminal justice. Public policy analysis for evidencing and influencing change draws from established perspectives on public policy theory, but with a feminist perspective on transformation of policy institutions and a focus on the practice of evidence gathering through research and engagement on social and economic policy and legal change, and of working through formal and informal institutions to bring about change and the realisation of human rights for all. As this programme sits within the Glasgow School for Business and Society, there are two other modules that comprise the course structure. These are ethics, governance and responsible leadership, and applied professional practice. And overarching the programme is your chance to shine in your own research and analysis master's project. Coronavirus has exposed pre-existing inequalities and the persistent poverty and inequality that characterises so many countries and economic models. Black Lives Matter and movements to raise awareness of colonial legacies have revealed the persistent and institutional racism that characterises not only individual experiences, but the structures, education, electoral processes, social security and protection, policing and criminal justice that create and exacerbate these inequalities. Scotland and the UK, with member states of the European Union, are facing the realities of Brexit and what that will mean for our trade, our public services, including our healthcare service, and our access to markets, medicines, and workforce. Thinking about our global relations also means thinking and acting on global finance, international aid and cooperation, the Sustainable Development Goals and climate change targets. It means thinking and acting on migration and asylum, food and fuel poverty in Scotland and globally, and how to harness knowledge, gather the data, and construct a human rights approach to the case for change. This programme is for you. If you're looking to work locally or internationally in government, in civil society, advocacy and campaigning organisations, in think tanks, or as a stepping stone to further academic study and research. The programme team on the MSc in Human Rights at Glasgow Caledonian University are internationally recognised scholars, well-established researchers, award-winning activists and teachers, government advisors, and civil society activists. But above all, we're really looking forward to welcoming you to our MSc in Human Rights at Glasgow Caledonian University. Thank you.